flow, Joe chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through these Hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And his first pass is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. Flushed out right. It's a gain of 9 yards, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but they still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
On 3rd down, Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 4
down, 4 down. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Here we go. Hey, watch it. Back 99, Philly, here we go.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Derrick Henry, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Third and long for Mayfield. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolute.
But how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a 1st down. 17 yards on the fake punt, and that's going to be a 1st down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to, whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point attempt to follow here. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. A first carry now for Alex Collins. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Throw left side complete. It's Perkins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Winston. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Wide open receiver, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Winston now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Again, it's Winston. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They'll throw again. Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they are on the board but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They go play action. Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A 1st down carry for Henry. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Mayfield looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go now.
Here's Mayfield. Buying time to his left. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Duke. Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. A try here for the extra point. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal Way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Jameis now on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Winston now to throw on first down. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Collins. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10. To throw, Winston. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10. On second down, Collins. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready. Black 22.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Two minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Bring it. Stay in there. Ready. Blue ready.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
I think it's okay there they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready. Blue ready. Hey, stop.
Jameis to throw it. He finds Beckham complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Alex Collins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. .14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on 1st down. Following the interception, Winston. He'll let it go deep. It got his man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ready. Black 25. Green, triple C.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that's caught inside the 30. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half. and they've had an ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust your...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Let's go. Easy.
They pitch it out to Collins. Finding room inside the 40. And down right around the 37. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
The good old toss play. And this time they go to the left side, so give a lot of credit to the offensive line. Center, guard, tackle, able to seal that side. But the guy that we don't give enough credit to, wide receivers. They have to do a great job.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game. I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Jones. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. A tackle that time by Ahkello Witherspoon. They're down here in the third quarter, trying to get something going to the outside there. Didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. From the gun, Winston. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Winston now from the 50. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now.
They run with Collins. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get him into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear. But here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on 4th. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 21 yards there, a big play on 4th down.
Keep bringing it. Stay in there.
Here's Perkins on 1st down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. Now Winston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll run with Henry. Push it. Derrick Henry all alone. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Derrick Henry, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
The extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception.
And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise at this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. It's caught, Beckham. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a first down, and that catch also puts him at 150 yards receiving now for the game. Jameis now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Over the middle to Beckham. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. On 1st and 10, Winston. The left side completion to Jones. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jameis again. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Winston. That's complete right around the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Dancing to his left. And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And now look at him go. He's at the 50. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It's a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Now a play fake here on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
First down, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Jameis now on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Buying time to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman? And the Broncos get there and take him down. Shane Ray in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Detroit! Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Mayfield now. And he fends him off. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Dontari Poe in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go now. 3-19.
A give to Henry. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This will be taken at the 10. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. So the Broncos coming out now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Deltha O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Play fake, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Mayfield. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
On 3rd down, Henry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now the extra point. The extra point up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Ready, blue ready. Come on, let's go.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Play action now. Winston steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep. And now here is another interception. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Going deep here for Landry. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain.